Hello everybody, it's your girl Leah Hall and I'm coming to you with another YouTube video. It's called Story Time. If you already haven't done so, comment below, subscribe, and click the bell so every time I upload you will get a notification. So anyway, let's get down to business. I was going to put some music in the background to make it more drastic, but this music, I'm just not feeling it. So, whatever. This story time is about something that happened about, I think it's been 2 years now. 2 years ago. And, 2 years ago, shout out to everybody who was there. Not going to put anybody's names in it because, you know, that's on them, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, nevertheless, let's get into this story. This happened 2 years ago. I was living in a studio or apartment on 47th. That's all I need to say. And yeah, we were, watching movies and having a good time partying. Some people had a little too much to drink. And, we was trying to wind down. Everybody go home. Or if you stay, it's time to go to sleep. Nevertheless, one person, he was still wanting to drink. And I was just like, nah, bro, you're going to have to leave, Events led to another. It was really retarded at the time. I was talking to this one girl and they were arguing over a blanket. So I told her, here, come over here. You could just share a blanket with me. Okay, so we're all laying down. Then all of a sudden he gets routed up. He wants something to eat. So I give him something to eat. He throws it, and then I pour water on him, which probably made him mad. And yeah, next thing you know, he pushed me and I pushed him. And he fell out of the window. And they're not just talking about like a window like that. We're talking a 2-story window. I lived upstairs. Nevertheless, to God's grace that he survived and he was alright. He had, some cuts and bruises and had to have surgery. And I went to jail for 3 days. Or maybe 4. I think I got arrested on Friday and I got out on a Tuesday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We don't really count Tuesday because I got out at 5. But nevertheless, really scary because I thought I killed the man. And it was totally an accident. My friends were there to support me. And, all of our stories matched up, Somebody was like, oh, you could just say that you were never there and run. Are you stupid? Or nah? I was like, you know what? It's better to tell the truth than just lie. Yes, I pushed him. He fell. He pushed me first. I pushed him back. It's kind of like a self-defense thing. And because he was so drunk, that's what really saved him. If he was not drunk, I'm pretty sure he would have been injured more than what he was. But because he was so drunk, yeah. So nevertheless, I went to jail and got there on a Friday, probably about 11 o'clock p.m. And, I sat down in a holding tank downstairs and they got me processed. But because I've already been to jail before, not going to go into all of that. They already had my fingerprints and I was already in the system. And no, I'm not a bad person. I just get into really tough situations sometimes. But nevertheless, so it took, I don't think I got upstairs until about 8 o'clock the next morning. So you just imagine sitting down in the holding cell or holding tank from 11 o'clock to 8 in the morning. It is freezing cold. Yeah, I didn't even have any shoes on or anything. So yeah, so I get upstairs around 8 o'clock and they finally get me, processed and tell me what my charges are and tell me what my court date is. Talk to my mom on the phone and she's just like, oh baby, I don't think you're getting out this time. So I go take my shower and go back to my room and I'm like, bruh, what if I really don't get out? I'm going to be here for some minutes. Nevertheless, I went to Bible study or whatever. It was pretty cool. Whatever. My friend Danny came to see me, and the girl Aisha came to see me. I did say I was not gonna say names, but shout out to Danny and Aisha. You know what I'm saying? Even though me and Aisha don't talk anymore, but nevertheless, shout out to my day one Danny White. Why? Anyways, nevertheless, they came to see me. Court date was on a Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. What is it? Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Okay, so my court date was on a Tuesday, and it was supposed to be at 12 o'clock. So, if you ever been to jail, you know that you go sit in the holding cell to wait to talk to your attorney or whatever. So, I'm waiting down there. It's like 30 other people in this one cell. Like, it's like a cell, but it's bigger than Like, it could fit pretty much people. So it's like holding 1, 2, and 3. So you can hear the guards back and forth on the radio, and I heard the person on the walkie-talkie say, go to holding tank 3. That's where I was at. I don't. Well, he said 1 and 2. Or no, he said 1 and 3. I was in 3 and somebody else was in 1, and I heard them say, go get Hall, she's being released. So I already knew that I was being released before they even came in the room. So he told me, he was like, hey, come on, let's go, you're being released. And I'm like, on what? They was like, your charges have been dropped. And I was like, woo, yes, God. Anyway, nevertheless, I went back to my cell and they called me down, and yeah, I gave them my blankets and my, my bag of dirty clothes and put it in a basket, and then went down back to the holding cell. By then it's probably about 1 o'clock. Like, we just had lunch or whatever. Oh no, we had lunch at 11. So, usually last time I went to county, I knew I wasn't going to get out till like midnight, but I sat down in the holding cell. They gave me my clothes back. I gave them their nasty, raggedy orange and tan clothes back. And they gave me my clothes back, and they gave me some flip-flops because I did not have any shoes. Nevertheless, I got into jail at 5 o'clock. So, mind you, I lost my apartment when I was in jail because we didn't know if I was going to get out or not. So, when I got out, I didn't have anywhere to go. But shout out to my day one, Danny White. Her auntie let me stay with her until I found somewhere to go, which was that weekend. Or the weekend after, I want to say. Maybe it was the weekend after, I think. Yeah, I think it was the next week. The next week prior to that. So nevertheless, I get out. I have like $20 to my name on the card because my mom had sent money, but they didn't tell me. So the money that I guess was left over on the telephone, they put on this credit card, but you have to take it off before midnight. Like, I need to get on the bus. So I had to go to the store and get cash back or whatever. So, okay, but I did have money for that month, which was good because of my dad. But, so I had to stay at my friend's house, and then it was Tuesday, and I went to church, and, nobody knew where I was at because I didn't have any, I was locked up on a Sunday, or, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I didn't have any way to get in contact with anybody, and I told somebody, like, what, shut up? And I was like, yeah, this happened and this happened. So nevertheless, I did on the next day, was Wednesday, and I went to go see Kevin in the hospital. His name was Kevin. Shout out to Kevin. He's a warrior out here. He still drinks every day, and he lives in Las Vegas now, so he turned up. But he's doing very well, and he was not mad at me. He apologized, and we apologized. We cried, we sniffled, but nevertheless, he's a really good guy. Just we got into that predicament. But anyways, yeah, that's how that story went. And if you want to hear about the first time I ever went to jail, you gotta comment and subscribe and like for that, and hit the bell so you know that I uploaded it. But without further ado, that's the end of this one right here. I'm gonna come back to you guys live in like 3 hours, maybe tops, maybe around 5:30 when I cook dinner. And I'm gonna have that video coming up to you live. But nevertheless, let's get it. Why isn't it letting me pause?